This is a quick video where I just want to show how to export some assets from After Effects. I want to export this logo, this animated logo, with an alpha channel so I can, either comp it onto my footage in After Effects or in something like Premiere or some other program where I might need an alpha channel or a transparent background. So this is just a quick animation of the ABC TV logo. And you can get a vector logo like this from the website Brands of the World. You can see this is designed by Paul Rand, and I downloaded this. I separated this out in Illustrator, and I just animated it inside of After Effects. So I've got some 3D, and then these letters I separated out and they animate on. Okay, so let's go into the render settings. We're going to go to add to render queue. So Adobe Media Encoder is something we've used before just to get like MP4s out and things that are like quick and easy, but actually it can export higher quality renders and also some different versions. So if you need something at the highest quality, you probably would export it out here. What I need to do is go into the module settings. Right now it's set to QuickTime, and what we want to do is pick something that has an RGB and alpha. You could, I believe you could do it like this. I found that these files are really quite large. I would do something probably straight and do it this way. So one thing that I've been using instead of the animation codec, and again, if you need it at the highest quality, this might be the way to go, but I found that a good kind of in the middle solution is Apple ProRes 4444. And these might change as you go along. Maybe we'll render in both to kind of see the settings, the quality settings. So it's really important that you do RGB plus the alpha, and I like to use straight for the color. It's a little bit cleaner, and yeah, that should be it. Let's export this out. So we'll render this. And this we're doing with the Apple 4444. I think that's the right number of fours. And that's pretty quick. Just for comparison's sake, let's do it the other way. I've got to go back into the comp that I want to render out. Again, let's go RGB. We'll use the animation codec here. And oops, I think I might have made two, so I'll just use this last one because I think this is the one that I customized. So that one's pretty quick as well. All right, so you can see the two movies that I rendered out. The animation one is going to be 17.3 megabytes, not crazy big. This other one is going to be 9.5. They're really short animations. There's nothing. They're flat. But if you had something that was more detailed, that's a case where you might want to use the Apple ProRes codec for that. So let's go back into After Effects and just kind of like show you, what those things look like. And I should say it's really important that that you have no background, no solid in your file, because it's going to render out what's there. To get this white background, that's just coming from the settings in here, the composition settings. So if I want to import those two files that I brought in, I exported. You should be able to see this is. You can see it has a transparent layer. I think that it's showing this way because the background is set to black. But let me create like a new. Yeah, let's just create a new composition like this and show you that if I brought this in, this should have an alpha channel on it, and Yeah, there you go. You can see that it comes in with a transparency. That was the animation one that we did. And let me bring in the other one just for good measure. So you can use both of these render settings. I'm going to delete this one so we can just see. But if space is an issue or size is an issue, you can use the ProRes codec. All right, so I've kind of played around with what that looks like. I did make a comp earlier where I just where I have, let's say, this is an ABC show, American Idol. So I brought this in. This is actually the pre-comp that I was working on, or that composition. Now, if you're working all in After Effects, you might want to just use that composition here, especially if you're changing things as you go. If you update this, all the changes would be updated in here. But let's say that I have the final approved version, and I want to just start using that, making sure I'm always using the same version across all my pieces. So this is that rendered version with an alpha channel, and you can see all I've done is just have an image with a little blue solid that's just animating on to kind of colorize that background. So that's an example of that. I want to also show what this process looks like in Premiere, because this is a case where a lot of times you'll need to export assets for an editor or someone who's going to need to bring those assets into an editing program. All right, so here I am in Adobe Premiere, and this is really where you want to be editing clips if you have them. After Effects is not really good at editing footage. Great for effects. So this window, there's different layouts here. I'm in the effects layout. This is an untitled project. What I'm going to do is import those videos I made. So let me just grab this one, ABC Broadcast. Has that alpha channel there. We want to make a sequence. A sequence is kind of like a composition in After Effects. So we'll go to File, New, Sequence. Let's see. I'm going to use this setting right here. It's going to give me 1920 by 1080, 2997 frames, and it's going to give me square pixels, which is going to be good. So there's no scaling there. So this is my composition. Maybe I'll bring in that image I had, and just to kind of do a similar thing. You can just drag this in here. Still images will come in like this. And I wish I'd done this with a video clip. I'll do that in the future, but I just wanted to show, how something like this might work. And I think this image is a little bit larger than the screen. So we can bring it, just make sure this goes on top. And so if you want to view what that looks like, just press play, spacebar play, and there you go. That's our animated logo just on top of this. And again, this is the kind of thing where maybe if you're working on a project with an editor or something, you'll need to export your assets this way so that they can edit and then put their graphics on this way. So that's just a quick overview of how to export assets with an alpha channel in Adobe After Effects.